We're here with another week of the Cobber Coach's Corner with Terry Horan, getting ready for Augsburg. Let's go back and talk about St. John's. Kind of look at the stats. You guys held the better of the possession in that game, so you had the more possession. Was it a thing where you guys got into the red zone or close to the red zone and just couldn't kind of push it through? Was that one of the takeaways that you had from the game?
Yeah, I mean, we had some opportunities, and we just couldn't finish drives. And I mean, they're really stout defensively, and their ammo has been in the red zone. I mean, nobody's really been in there a ton, and when people do get in there, they're not scoring a whole lot. And that was kind of case in point. They've got, they're just really physical, and they're super athletic. And we had opportunities and we had chances, and we just didn't connect when we needed to, and it kind of killed some drives, but they had a lot to do with that, right?
Offensively, we haven't really talked about Alejandro Sanchez. Catches the touchdown for you guys. What has he brought to the team as far as being a weapon on that outside for you?
Yeah, first of all, he's a Breckenridge cowboy, all right? So they only make him tough down in Breckenridge. I tell him that all the time. So, but Alex has just been super for us, and he's really come on the scene here. Obviously having that injury to Jed Klang early in the year, and he's really just kind of taken off. And he had an injury last year that kind of kept him out half of the season, but he's so much stronger. He's got great eye-hand coordination. He's a big target, runs well, he's physical. I mean, we've got him on a lot of our special teams too. He's just the guy you want the ball in his hands, and he made a great play and got into the end zone.
Another could have been a turning point for you guys too. Second half kickoff comes, Eric Cockhill runs it back 60 yards and puts you guys in good position. He had a great week overall. He had 129 return yards, he had a nice punt return too. I mean, was that the momentum that you wanted coming out of the locker room? And then also, what does Eric do well on those special teams?
Yeah, absolutely. You could start out a second half better. In fact, I don't know in my 20-some years, 25 years here, if we've ever had 125 return yards within the specialty game. I mean, St. John's is really stout in specials too, and actually, he kind of squirted out of some trouble. And he's just a veteran, right? I mean, he just finds ways to make plays. He catches the ball, and he's very reliable. He's a student of the game. He watches a ton of film, and he kind of directs a lot of people out there. But that was a huge start to the second half. Unfortunately, we couldn't come away with anything. That would have been a great opportunity to kind of cut the lead. And over the years, it just seems like St. John's always finds a way to score right before half, right? So it's 17-0, and they get the ball back and then kick a 47-yard field goal as time expires and to put themselves up 20-0. But getting a 60-yard return and having somewhat of a short field, but we couldn't capitalize, and their defense had a lot to do with that too.
Now let's look forward to you guys play on the road. You guys going to finish the season by playing 3 out of the 4 games on the road. Does that bring you guys together, or is that a tough situation to handle where you'd rather play at home?
Anytime you go on the road, there's a lot of intangibles that go with that. But we're so used to going on the road. If there's one team in our league that should be used to it, it's us, because it's every road game other than St. John's when we play at St. John's. So one thing I think it does bring us together. You're right. I mean, you look at the Division I level. I mean, anytime they're at home, they're getting into a hotel with their team, to get away from distractions. And that for us, we're together. We get to the hotel. The guys usually get some snacks, things like that. They get into their rooms, and then I go to every room and go through the next day's schedule. And lights are out by 11 o'clock, 11:15ish, and away we go. But it's nice to have them all under one roof, if you will, and again, no other distractions around. It's just us and a football team, and bus rides. I mean, you talk to any of our guys, some of their favorite memories over the years are the bus trips and the road trips. So I feel like we're used to it.
Now, as you prepare for Augsburg, as a new coach at Augsburg, is there going to be a completely different scheme than they had last year? So you have to so you have to prepare for a completely different team. And then what is kind of you're looking for your keys for the game?
Yeah, new coach, Coach Ware. He's not new to Augsburg. He was on Augsburg's staff, I believe, in 22-23, but prior to that, 21. he was the interim head coach at McAllister. So when we played them in 21, he's been all over the place, coaching, outstanding coach. He's got a really good staff, but it's all new. New defense, new offense, personnel-wise. They had some really good seniors a year ago, but they got some serious weapons, and they always seem to have serious weapons. Super athletic guys. Quarterback, I've been really impressed with him. He just doesn't make many mistakes. High percentage passing, hasn't turned the ball over a ton. But he's got outstanding weapons. I mean, case in point, last week they're down at McAllister, and they scored 19 points in the fourth quarter to come back, and the offensive player of the week ended up having 2 long scores in back-to-back possessions, I think 56 and 55. So a lot of get the ball into his playmaker's hands, and he does it quick, so it's tough to get pressure on him, and let his athletes take care of the rest. So our defense is going to have their hands full, that's for sure.
Now, as we always say, we're going to do a question. You can either win, like we'll go back to the St. John's, you can either win the time of possession game, or you can be very efficient in the red zone. Which one are you picking?
Efficient in the red zone. Yeah, time of possession, back when we were running the triple option, that meant a lot, right? You're 38, 40 minutes of ball control. That keeps their offense off the field. This day and age of everybody spread happy, I mean, it doesn't, time of possession. It used to be the one stat I looked at when I'd get your sheets after the game. I don't look at it anymore, except it is on our goal board, and we did win it this past weekend, but they also had 41 points and we had 6. So, to me, we want red zone efficiency, and the other key stat I thought, we were minus 18 on first down efficiency against the Johnnies, so we got to get better on first down on both sides of the ball, and obviously third down efficiency is another big one, because we want to obviously stay on the field offensively, and we want to get people off the field. So not easy to play at Augsburg. It always is a tough place to play, and they're a team that can do some damage. I mean, I look at what they did to St. Olaf, and St. Olaf has beaten us early in the year, and they took apart St. Olaf, so they're capable of doing some big things.
All right, we're looking for the offense to be efficient, defense solid as always. Good luck on Saturday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.